Welcome to our company. First, could you introduce yourself to us?
Yes. Hello, my name is Chengjin Xue, and you can call me Jun.
Yeah,
I come from Guangzhou, Guangdong Province, China. I have completed my bachelor degree of automatic mechanical design and manufacturing in Guangdong University of Technology,
yeah.
and my to- and my average mark was 76. Now I'm studying in the University of Wollongong, and my major is Master of Mechanical Engineering. And before I studied in the university, I studied the English course in the University of Wollongong College for 24 weeks. And this is my first year study in the university. And I will graduate in December 2017. When I studied my bachelor degree, I had a 2-week course study in Dongfeng Motor Limited Company, which is a famous vehicle manufacturing company in China. Mechanical is my hobby, so I want to find a job which is about mechanical engineering when I graduate from the University of Wollongong.
Yeah. The next question is, could you please describe a time when you have used your technical competence to solve a problem, which resulted in a positive outcome?
Oh, okay. When I study in the Guangdong University of Technology, the tutor gave me a task to calculate the deformation of the product, which needed to work under the sea. The depth was 15,000 meters. Firstly, I used SolidWorks to model the product, and then I used ANSYS to analyze the deformation and stress of the product. The, the ANSYS showed that although the stress of the product was good, the deformation was too bigger. So in order to solve this problem, I went to the library to research and borrow the books which were related to my task. Then I found 2 ways to solve this problem and asked my tutor which one was the best. My tutor told me that the way to add oil in the product was the best. So I calculate the dosage of the oil and use the use the ANSYS to analyze again. Finally, I wrote my report and finished the task in advance, and my tutor said I finished the task well. So I learned that I can solve the professional problem by myself, and I can use SolidWorks well.
And next question is, the position requires you to work in a small team with diverse backgrounds. Can you describe a time where you have worked in a team effectively?
Okay. When I was studying the English course in UOW College, I had a group presentation and I was assigned into a group by tutor. Our group had 6 members and 4 nationalities: China, India, Philippines, and Thailand. When we had our first group meeting, I found that it was very difficult for us to understand other group members because we come from different countries and we had different cultures. So we had different thoughts for one question, and I collected their thoughts to make a table. In the next meeting, we choose the ideas in a vote, and then I divided the work into 6 parts, and each one choose their own part. Because there were 2 Chinese in our group, so sometimes I might speak Chinese when we are in the meeting. And I tried my best to speak English in the meeting and didn't speak Chinese. Finally, all group members become good friends, and we got 70 marks in the presentation. through this group presentation, I learned that I could work well with people from diverse backgrounds.
Yeah. And our company is known for managing multiple projects, resolving a diverse range of problems. Can you give us an example of when you have worked to make the progress better or more effective? What do you do, and what's the outcome?
Okay. Mm, in 2011, I have a part-time job in supermarket, and the manager told me that the sale of the toys was low. And I found that the significant reason was that the majority of the children did not like go to the supermarket with their parents. So in order to solve this problem, I suggest the manager to put the small rice in the front of our supermarket, which could attract children to come to the supermarket with their parents. And the manager said that it was a good approach and asked me to write a plan of putting the small rice in front of our supermarket. After I finished and handed my pen, my manager asked me to be in charge of this project. Firstly, I find I did some research to find the most popular small rice for children, and then I find the manufacturer which could provide the safe and cheap small rice for us. So, finally, I chose the best manufacturer, and although the price of the small rice was not cheap, but our supermarket profits had increased because more and more children come to our supermarket with their parents, and the sale of the toys increased significantly, almost 40% more than before. And I won the award for the best employer of the month. I learned that I learned that I can I have some skills to increase to solve the problem and can increase the outcome of the project.
Yeah, fine. And do you have any question for us?
Oh, yes. The first question is, what are the most important skills of the person who does this job?
Mm, uh, I think the most important thing of this position is responsibility. Uh, if you have responsibility, you can deal with some difficult um, clearly and effectively. Yeah.
And the next question is, what is the typical date for a person in this job?
Uh, can you?
What is a typical date for a person in this job?